Hello my dear class 10 students. How are you all? I hope you're doing amazing. This is your Ekta ma'am here. In this video, I am going to tell you the top 5 board exam mistakes that most class 10 students do. Yes, my dear students, all these mistakes were done by class 10 students. There's one thing that we all know, that you should learn from other people's mistakes and do not repeat them. So in your upcoming board exams, be aware of all these mistakes and do not repeat these mistakes so that you do not lose marks in your upcoming board exams, my dear students. So what are those mistakes? So the first one is starting new chapter. Yes, we are already in the near the mid of the February, right? And if you start any new chapters now, will you be able to learn them? Will you be able to properly revise them? Will you be able to solve questions from that chapter? No, it will only confuse you more, my dear students. Yes, so do not repeat this mistake that most students do. What they do, that I have finished out of the 14 chapter in science, I have finished 10 chapters. So instead of focusing on those 10 chapters, revising them continuously and solving questions on those 10 chapters, they start with those 4 chapters that they have left. Yes, my dear students, and they end up losing marks. Why? Because they did not give enough time to revise those 10 chapters. They lost the major portion from there, right? And they could not even remember the 4 chapters that they learn in such a hurry. Yes, my dear students, you will not be able to memorize all those things if you start a new chapter now. That is a huge mistake that most students do, that they think they have enough time, they can start new chapter, but they end up losing more marks than initially if they did not study those 4 chapters. Yes, my dear students. Now what is the next mistake, ma'am? Reading NCERT. What? NCERT is the final boss. Yes, ma'am, we are supposed to read from NCERT. We are supposed to write answers from NCERT. This is correct for those students who have studied NCERT before and who needs to do this revision only from the NCERT. But for all the students that are starting to read NCERT now, they are starting to read NCERT now. They have not read it before. What they are doing, they are thinking that in the exam, as exam is coming from NCERT, right? It is going to follow NCERT verbatim. So let me start reading NCERT now, right now before the exams. And what it will do, it will cause more chaos in their head. They will not remember anything. So instead, whatever sources you have used, you have studied using a video, you have studied from your school teacher, only focus on those notes and revising them regularly and practicing question practice is a must, my dear students, because it is gonna fetch you extra marks. Yes, if you already prepared beforehand, but if you start reading NCERT now, you are gonna lose marks. So do not start reading NCERT now if you have not read it. But if you have read it, then for a revision, obviously pick it up and revise it. Next mistake is studying randomly. Yes, my dear students, what do most students think, that if I start today, I'll finish English in 1 hour, next hour I'll do science, and the next hour I'll do maths, and they end up losing everything. They do not learn anything. Whatever they learned from English, they forgot when they started science. Whatever they learned from science, they forget when they started maths, right? So what they should do, instead of reading or picking any book and starting randomly, you should follow a plan. Sit down for 1 hour, 2 hours. I have prepared strategy videos for you all. You can go check them out, or you can make your own plan, whatever suits you better. And do one thing, just write a plan that this is the chapter, this much chapters I have to cover, and today I'm gonna give solely to English or maths or science, whatever subject you think you're comfortable starting with. Then divide your day in 3 sections. Section A, morning section. What will you do in the morning part? Morning, do the concept and revision. In the afternoon, do the practice papers, solve the PYQs, sample papers, any question practice, answer writing practice. In the evening, do the weaker sections, your weak topics, some topics that you're not so strong in, that do not remember properly, or have doubts, lots of doubt and confusion. Start those chapters or topics in the evening. After that, at night, always do revision, and that's how you finish one subject. Correct, my dear kids. So if you follow this plan, you will be able to score good marks. But if you just start randomly that I'm gonna start with English, then I'll finish SST, then I'll finish maths, at the end of the day you're not finishing anything. You're just confusing yourself, you will be more stressed, and you have lost one day. So I do not want that to happen with you, my dear kids. So again, follow a strategy. Stick to it, find a strategy suitable for you, stick to that strategy and do not change, because only few days are there for your board exams. Do not experiment now, my dear kids. Experimenting now will make you lose marks in your board exams, and then you will be waiting for the second board, which obviously you should not, because all your peers will already be so ahead in their syllabus that you will feel left behind. Next mistake that most students do, they switch resources. By resources I mean study material, book, any teacher that you used to follow. Suppose if you are studying chemistry from the beginning, and at the end you think, oh, this teacher looks better, they are showing more concepts and they are showing something different, I should watch that video. And what you end up doing, you end up confusing yourself more. Yes, whatever you have learned, you will forget it. What you will remember? Nothing. You will remember nothing actually. You will forget everything because you think you learned something. Then there is a new thing. Then there is a new way of teaching that thing, because every teacher follow a different strategy. They have a different way of explaining. And if you switch that now, you are gonna lose marks, my dear students. Okay, so do not do that mistake. Any material that you are following, if you are following NCRT, if you are following any sample paper book, follow that only. Do not try to switch. You have so fancy material lying around. In this generation, in this internet age, what do we have? We have lots of material. We have lots of material, lots of resources. There is an overloading of resources on us. But you need to choose your resources firstly, or whatever you have chosen, just stick with them and revise those resources. Do not catch on to the newly find things you find on the internet that, oh, this looks better, I should use this. This influencer era you have, so do not do that mistake. Find a resource, stick to it and revise multiple times, okay? Then you will be able to score good marks, my dear students, okay? Do not do that mistake of switching resources at this point. And the last mistake, which is skipping the answer writing practice. What most students think, I am very smart, I have learnt everything, what should I do? I should not write the answers now. Yes, I'll be able to write them in the exam. Correct. Straight away I'll write in the exam in the answer sheet only. There I'll see I am saving so much energy of mine, and I will spend all that energy during that 3 hours. And what those students end up doing, they end up wasting their time there. Because what happens if you have not practiced answer writing, if you do not know how to write a 2-marker question, how much is the word limit, how many words you need to write? For a 3-marker question, how many words you need to write? For in English, for example, what is the format of letter? How many words you need to write for letter? What is the word limit for reports, notices? And what those students end up doing, they do not practice. They do not write all these things. They say, oh yeah, I can write it. I have seen it. It is in my memory. I have a good memory. And then I'll solve it I'll write straight away in the exam. And what happens there, they are not able to finish it on time. First thing, they will not be able to finish that paper in 3 hours because they did not sat down and already practiced, prepared for your exam. You are prepared pre the exam, right? They are not. Second thing, when they are writing answer, they have this chaotic memory because they remember some lines here, some lines there. What they will end up doing, they will end up overwriting, or they will end up cutting their answer because they thought, I have a better answer, I should try to write this way. Because they have not practiced answer writing before, what will happen, their answer sheet, their answer presentation will be really bad because they did not practice answer writing beforehand. So always do your mock paper. I know you have given pre-boards, but that is not enough. You need to sit down and write answers every day for your English, SST, maths, every section. Okay, you need to sit down and write your answers, because if you do that, I promise you, you are gonna score very high score, 95 plus in your board exams. Okay, so that was all the mistakes that were there. And again, my dear students, it is not about the marks, it is what lie inside you, right? What you are capable of. Your capabilities decide your future, not your marks. Okay, Board is just a part of your life. It's just a chapter of your life. It is not your entire book. So focus on that, and all the best. Don't be stressed. You are going to do good. Take care.